Today, I have brought before you the most simple scalping strategy ever. And this strategy will help you make $200 a day, and that too by just spending 1 to 2 hours on charts per day. Recently, I discovered this strategy online and I started testing it for myself. And while testing the strategy, there were a few things that stood out and caught my attention. The first thing is, this strategy was the easiest yet the most effective strategy I've ever seen, and it literally took me 10 minutes to learn this strategy. The second thing is, once I was testing this strategy, I was getting continuous opportunities to trade with. And the third thing is, I was able to get in and out of the trade with profit within a couple of minutes. And within a few trades, I was able to make $200 from this. So I thought I should make a video on this strategy and share it with my audience. So without wasting any time, let's set up the chart and add all the indicators we will need. You will need 3 indicators for this strategy. The first one is the Nadaraya envelope indicator, which you will use for entries. Then you will need an ATR stop loss finder, and you will use this to find stop loss. And lastly, we will need RSI for finding a confirmation. So we have added all the 3 indicators required. Now let us change the settings of the indicators. So firstly, go to the Nadaraya Watson envelope indicators settings, and now in the style section, turn off the labels. Now go to the input section and change the color of the envelope to white. Next, go to the ATR settings and in the input section, change the multiplier to 0.5. Now finally, let's go to the RSI settings and in the input section, remove the RSI based EMA, remove the middle band and the background fill. Now in the input section, change the RSI length to 5. We have our chart ready now, so let us understand what we are going to do in this strategy. So our idea behind the strategy is that we are going to buy and sell during the oversold and overbought level with the help of envelope and RSI. And we will use the envelope to find a perfect entry with respect to volatility and RSI and candles for confirmation, and then we will use a stop finder to find stop loss. Now let us see how to take buy trades. For buy trades, we need the price to close outside of the envelope. And then we want the RSI to be below the 30 level, that is in the oversold region. And then we wait for a green candle to form, which will be our second confirmation. And as soon as all our conditions are met, we enter a buy trade. It is this simple. We keep the stop loss below the ATR band and the take profit will be 1.5 times the stop loss. Now let's quickly see how to take sell trades, and then I will tell you what kind of setups you need to avoid. So to place a sell trade, first look if the price closes above or outside of the envelope, and then see if the RSI is overbought and above the 70 level. And when these conditions are met, wait for a red candle to form, and as soon as the red candle is formed, enter a sell trade and keep the stop loss above the ATR bands, and the take profit will be 1.5 times the stop loss, which will be over here. Now see how quickly this trade went in profit, and most of the time you will be able to get in and out that quickly. Now let us see what kind of setups you need to avoid. So firstly, many times you will see that the price closes outside the band and then we have a confirmation candle too, but the RSI is below the 70 levels, and in such case we need to avoid the trade. Now the second type of trade that you need to avoid is when after all the conditions are met and the confirmation candle is too large. We do not enter such trades. Finally, while I was learning this strategy online, it was also suggested that I can use a trailing stop loss and increase my profit. But while I was using that, I found out that most of my winning trades where I could have got out with 1.5 times of profit went to break even, and many times I also had loss. So just to get higher profits from a trade, what I was doing is I was affecting my win rate. So I would suggest you to stick to a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 5 for better results.